ScottishPower Energy Networks, copper theft is a major problem. It's a key infrastructure element which ensures the safety of our staff who work in substations like this on a daily basis, and ensuring that we can continue to provide a high quality service to our customers. Over the last 3 years, there's been almost 2,000 instances of copper theft and vandalism in ScottishPower substations, both in Scotland and also in the licence area in Manweb. At ScottishPower Energy Networks, we're innovating in the way we protect our key assets against metal theft. The CuTS solution, as an example of this, has been developed via an IFI contract between SP Energy Networks and Cresatech. It provides a monitored solution which detects whether our key assets have been tampered or removed. It is undergoing an extensive trial at the moment in Scotland at a variety of secondary, primary and grid substation sites. And these range from small secondary sites in Ayrshire covering a handful of customers to large grid substation sites in Glasgow with many thousands of customers fed from them.
Circuit to an area that we've selected which we call a zone, and we connect it to points. And it can be any piece of metallic infrastructure, but in this case it's grounding infrastructure. And we measure inductance. And when we see changes in inductance on a circuit that we don't expect to normally see, we can assume from that equipment or material is being removed from that infrastructure and that a theft or at least tampering is taking place. In a nutshell, what we want to do with CuTS is to monitor infrastructure, and we want to try and see when people are interfering with it or actually removing sections of it. The reason we want to monitor it and detect that is that when the earthing infrastructure is removed from certain types of equipment on a substation, it can make the environment very, very dangerous to work in. It's injurious and risky to the people that are actually stealing the equipment, but perhaps more importantly, it's a greater risk to legitimate visitors to the site, such as workers, maintenance engineers, that kind of thing, that are coming onto site who might not actually be aware that some of the earthing infrastructure has been removed. And they could approach, for instance, a structure that might be suffering under a fault condition that has no earthing, and there, of course, there is a risk to life and limb.
Over the past 3 or 4 years, ScottishPower Energy Networks has seen a big increase in copper theft in substation sites similar to this. Over this period, ScottishPower Energy Networks has increased the security at a number of sites, and that involves working closely with the local police and other agencies, and we see the CuTS unit as another tool in the box to help us catch copper theft and reduce copper theft in substations like this.